What is up, everyone? How's it going? RedPanda here again for Crusaders of Light. Thanks for joining us today on our live stream. So today we're just going to go over some things that you can do every day throughout the game, whether you're level 45 or not. I'm going to show you some of the fun stuff you can do. Then maybe we'll do some group quests, maybe just show some of the content. So we're just going to go ahead and show you some really quick things you can do. So the best thing about this game is you can hit up the adventure panel over here on the upper right, and this will bring up all the stuff that you can do really quickly. So daily events. We talked about this a little bit last week. We're going to show you how to do some of them real quick because they're actually really fun. So the first one is supply delivery quests. I like this one because it's where you get all the gold and all the silver. Because gold becomes really important in the late game. Because in heroic mode dungeons, when you beat the boss, the drops are all in auction, and you have to spend gold to win those auctions. And some of the stuff is really good. So when you click on the supply delivery quests, you're gonna get this dude, Harden, and you just say, hey, let me go ahead and get your goods. I'll do some deliveries for you. You get this little book called Orders from the Cargo Merchant. You use it, and off you go on a dragon, right? First one there, you're going to find the first person to do your delivery from. Then you talk to someone, say, let me help you. It's going to randomly select. Come on. Give me some. Okay, that's all right. I'm in the middle. All right, so we hit OK, right? Get on the dragon again. You can do a couple of things here, just like a little speed boost over here, or you can go double speed. Just like zip through it. It has a longer cooldown, but you can just spam this one pretty much just every single time. It doesn't always work. Sometimes your mount gets mad. He's like, no, stop kicking me. I don't like it. Yep, see, there it goes. Right? But this ×2 button always works. That's always good. Always speeds you up. It's really great. Outside of that one, some other stuff you can do solo by yourself is the arena. I'm going to go back and check that out real quick. Speedrun scores get updated. I think we're going to do an update later today, in a few hours. Right, so in this one, normally you can either auto battle it or you can actually do a non-auto. And of course, you do that, you're going to beat someone or lose. And then you just keep going. Your ranking will keep changing as you keep attacking people and so on and so forth. That's a good way to get some nice ranking in, just to feel like you're advancing, compare yourself to other people. All of this, or most of these, will give you these activity points down here, right? You see I did one arena, that was 1 out of 5 times. So if I do 5 out of 5, I'll get 10 activity points. When you fill up this little bar down here, as you do more activities, you start earning these things. So at 20, you get silver, you get some chest over here, you get these magic stones and another chest. And generally, I try to go for 100 every day because you get the gold. Sometimes you do get 10,000 gold, and that's worth quite a lot, which is really good. You can also do some reputation tasks on your own. So for example, there's a really quick one they can do when you unlock, is the Naga one. So when you click on it, you just go here, and then you click on go, and the dragon comes by and picks you up and takes you there. Blueprints. There's a lot of way to get blueprints. Heroic dungeons is a really good way to do blueprints. Sometimes you'll get them from doing elemental lords, which we're going to do in a bit, and hopefully we'll get one from there. But oftentimes, I think the most common one is just getting them from running dungeons. I'm just going to show you some reputation quests real quick. To get these, you have to do the main quest to unlock the reputation. So you'll go, and then you'll talk to them, and they'll send you on a quest. Best way to do some of these is just, if you're not already there, you can just navigate there. You have to trick Aquafus and Igneous to fight each other. So there's Aquafus. We're going to ping him a little bit, drag him over here. You don't really need to do this, but it's just more fun. And there's Igneous, so come along. Come here. Alright. So you'll see that they'll telegraph a move with each other. So see, Surging Tide's going to come over, then he's going to hit Igneous, and the Igneous runs off. And then you hit him. And then as they AoE each other, they're going to help you kill each other. They're going to help you kill them. So you can just switch off if you want, or you can just burn them through. I think I put him too much damage onto Igneous. He's almost dead. I'm also healer spec'd at this point, so my damage is not the best. Alright, so that's one more rep quest you can do. So you can just go through all of these, and the good thing about these is as you go through them, you'll unlock items that you can get in the store from them, right? Some of these will help you in the future, so you can get some bracelets from some of these people, some other level 40 gear. The good thing about this is they can roll on some of the sets that are actually pretty good. I know, for example, Blood Drinker is something that DPS characters prefer. Grace isn't bad for healing. Northland Skin's not bad for beginning tanking sets. But yeah, as you can see, you can get a couple of more. There's some accessories here. Some other like basic gear that you can get that helps you get into the end game. Like that's what's important about some of this stuff. All right. You know what? I just realized something. I did not activate my path. That is something I probably need to do. There you go. Because I didn't have my talent skill there. All right, let's just fire that off to get that thing. All right. So, a couple of other things we can do in terms of daily quests is the trial quests. So we're going to start doing some of these. So for these, you're going to need a team. We can create a team, and then we're just going to auto match. And there should be a couple people popping up. Hey, look, there's Ocho, and there's Gogo. So once you get about 3 people, that's all you need to do to start a trial quest. You can leave the auto matching up to fill more people in. Generally, you can do this on the auto quest part, which is actually pretty nice because then you get your XP to level up your path later or level up your character to do. So most people, what they do is you fire it off, you come talk to this guy. You'll get this quest over here. And then you can just sit here and you can scroll through it real quick. Shouldn't take too long to go through. You can do this up to 20 quests. They're all pretty simple quests to do, so you can leave an auto. But once you do 20 of them, you'll get 20 activity points, which is a good amount because that's definitely guaranteed to bump you to the next tier, no matter what you're doing. So we're just going to run through this real quick. Anyone have any more questions so far? Everyone enjoying the game? What characters are you guys playing? Anyone gunning for the title? Just gonna run through these real quick. Right, so once you've done one of them, this ticker will start counting up. But speed things along a little bit. My awesome DPS as healer, right? Alright, so once you've done your trial quest, you'll notice that I got an activity point for that, and I got that there. Really don't need to keep going through more of these because it's just going to be more of the same. We're going to move on to a little bit more exciting stuff. Agitated Elementals. So this one's actually pretty important. There is a maximum amount of EXP you can earn every day, Boo Bear. It's going to be dependent on what activities that you've done already and what level you're at, because it'll all kind of scale a little bit. But generally, if you do all your trial quests, you do the maximum number of raids you can do. You can always do your reputation quest for more experience if you want that. But there, at some point, you are going to hit like a limit where there's nothing that's going to give you any more XP. Sorry, I just need to drink some water. So agitated elementals. The good thing about this one is every time you kill an agitated elemental, you're going to get some runes. Some essences to level up your runes. Runes become important later on as you play through the game because they are another way to improve your character by improving the skills. Sometimes they'll do like cooldown reduction, sometimes they'll do increased damage. So we're going to show you real quick. So I got that, right? I got Arcane Essence, right? You get some more silver, you get some more XP. And then you go to your skills page here, and you go to your runes, and then you're going to look for the rune that you might want to upgrade, right? So I've already leveled up some of them. I'm a healer, so maybe I want my Light Sigil, right? So every time I upgrade it, it goes up, right? So this one is, after I use it, it gives me a radius of the Arcane Realm, and players who enter the realm have their spell damage increased for 1.75 seconds. Next level will probably be a little higher. With Sleepwing upgrade. I don't have enough yellow ones. Let's see if I have any blue ones. Nope. I think I already dumped everything I could into these. Okay, so Arcane Shield effect increases by 6% is when I upgrade it, and the next level is 6.5%. And this is how you get some of the runes to upgrade, and as you level up, you'll notice that the skills that you're choosing will help you improve. Next up, let's go ahead and do the elemental leaders since we're already here. Elemental leaders have a couple different levels. They go easy, normal, hard, torture, nightmare, hell, and ordeal. We're going to do normal right now, or I mean easy just because we have 3 people. The difficulty significantly increases as you jump up. So going from normal to, or easy to normal and normal to hard is very, very different. So you'll see that they're significantly bigger. Let's go ahead and see if I find an easy one real quick. So the easy one, and they're generally a pretty big bag of hit points. They also, if you take too long killing them, will go into Fury. That's when they start really, really hurting. So a lot of the harder level ones like Ordeal and even like Late Torture is basically a DPS check. You need a lot of DPS to kill them before they go Fury mode and just one-shot the entire team. Definitely really important to keep an eye out. But when you kill these and finish the quest, you'll be able to get some more stuff. Sometimes they'll drop blueprints for accessories. Sometimes they'll drop meteorites to craft those blueprints. So you'll notice that sometimes in, or that you're in your equipment set, that outside of your normal like weapon, helmet, armor, and everything, you're gonna get some other stuff. So I got another essence, got talent, and you get a title for every new one you get. But if you notice that in your equipment over here, you'll have some of these accessory slots. Defeating elemental lords can drop some of these blueprints for you to craft. That's really good because these are also really good stat increases for your character. And we have this thing going on called the holiday events, champion trials. Best thing about this one is that you can get more gems and you can get lucky tickets. It's gonna open the map for me with my fancy thing. We're gonna go do a normal because we again only have 3 people. Generally for hard mode you'll want 4 or 5 people, preferably 5. So this event, what it does is when you go talk to the champion, it'll spawn 3 other opponents that are kind of like clones of you. Generally, like most people have like a somewhat like a warrior, a mystic, and a ranger in all their parties. So you're gonna see one of each. The important thing here, I think, is to always kill the mystic, always kill the healer because it's gonna drag out the fight if you don't take out the healer. So that's what we're gonna try to do here. Just gonna talk to him, gonna get a little lore about how there's an event going on. I think it's from Palace, organize an event. So you can practice and fight each other and get better. Right, so there's normal, hard, and nightmare. I have actually not done a nightmare mode. Huh. That was odd. Did I? I must have clicked on something that kicked me out. That was probably my fault. So we're just gonna have to go try again. Alright, there we go. I must have clicked on something. So, of course, like I said before, you need to take out the healer first. Absolutely important. Because it's not fun when they get to heal and put shields up. If you notice just right then, we blew up his shield really quickly, but he did put one up. So if you don't kill him, he's just going to keep throwing it up, and it's going to be really annoying. And generally, the next one I like to do is the Ranger. You want a balanced party for this, because the enemy tanks will sometimes be immune to one damage type or another. So you'll see them say like, no magical attacks can hurt me, or no like physical attacks can hurt me. And if you're stacked on one type of damage, like only magic damage, like if all your DPS is mystics, like right there, no magical attacks can hurt me, right? If all your DPS is mystics, you're gonna have a bad time. I'm doing like no damage to this guy. Look at my awesome. Oh, I crit for 700, 200. My DPS is so good. What is my damage right now? 1.2. Almost as good as a tank. Ocho's over there doing like 3k. So we're just gonna have to make him do all the work. Make him do the carrying. Carry me. Oh my gosh. Alright. Boom. So when you're done, make sure you finish talking to them. Make sure the fight ends through the storyline, because sometimes if you exit too quickly, you don't always get the credit for it. Now the best thing about it is the lucky tickets. Now I already have one in my bag, so we have two to play with. Lucky tickets is something that you can earn through this thing, and it's just a way to get some fun items. For example, I know everyone's talking about, you know, the Ghost War Tiger token. You can get some other fun stuff too, like Divine Essences is really, really good if you have Divine items. You can get some more tickets to keep going. You can also decide if you want to just save up some of these tickets to go through, and because this will fill up. So you pull 15, you get 10 Prosperous gifts, and then so on and so forth. You get 45, you get some Frozen Heart, or Frost Hearts, and some Blood of Titanus. So you can definitely save them up. So let's go ahead and play a couple of these real quick, because I just like the way it goes. Got a Ram token. Nice. So I want to see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I want to see a 6. All right. Oh! No, didn't get it. All right, so that's what I find fun about the lucky draw, is you're always going to get a chance to get something fun. This will rotate every once in a while, but we'll definitely let you know before we change all the items again. Let's see, what else can we do? So we've done some of this, some of that. You'll also notice that there is some more group stuff that we can do, is just offering to ancient gods. Every day, you'll get 2 of the raids that you have to do. When you beat the second boss in both of them, you're going to get an item. You beat both of them, you get some courage medals. These are really nice because you can either do them on heroic or normal mode. We're going to go through real quick. So we have Ancestral Altar. You can see match out like the Voyager's Pendant and Captain Mentalust scale. So you do either that or that and go through it. I don't think we need to go through it. It's going to... Well, yeah, let's go through it. Let's go through Devoidra, because I think her fight's a little bit more interesting. And we go through some mechanics real quick. because on heroic mode she's definitely much tougher, but in this mode you're going to see some of her mechanics without taking the punishment as hard. So it's always important to at least pay attention to some of the mechanics and some of the things that is being said by the boss. They'll give you hints on how the mechanics work. So we're going to go ahead and work our way there. We're going to climb up this mountain. Ah, it's almost there. I feel like I need to play like Eye of the Tiger, right? This uphill climb. Alright, so once you get to the raid, dungeon, raid, whatever you want to call it, go ahead and enter the raid. Say everyone's ready, entering the raid now. And I think we should be able to just start pulling through everything. Sometimes people, especially the tanks, if they're really, really well geared, they'll just start running through the entire thing. Like, they're probably gonna do it right now. Oh, I have a attack spell
I'm not ready yet.
I can use. Actually, I do want to use a different spell real quick, since we're just gonna pull in AoEs and stuff. Swap this one out for now. Yep, so that's the last one. That was 8 of 13, and now there's the last 5, maybe 13 of 13. Go through some of this real quick.
I'm not ready yet.
I really like that dreadful attack from Mystics. That's really fun.
Cooling down.
Makes me feel powerful.
I'm not ready yet.
So do you have any questions for me, y'all? Alright, Gruder. Gruder, is more of like a bruisey kind of boss. He'll throw some rocks, he'll charge at you, he'll do some nasty things. Sometimes he'll even like trap you. See that rock throw? Yeah, you don't want to stand in that, especially not in heroic mode. That stuff hurts. And he's got this anger combo that if you're a healer, you definitely want to pay attention to when he's doing it. Save your Purifying Blast or your Pascal for Constellation, that's what it is. Or even like your Aurora shield for that when that happens in heroic mode, because it can really, really hurt. Oh. I just wanted to take that hit. But yeah, he'll knock you away and then someone will get hit right afterwards. So as healers, you'll want to pay attention who's got that little mark above the head. And me talking means I just stood in the rock thrower. That was not fun. It's okay. I'm alright. Normal modes are generally much easier.
I'm not ready yet.
I mean, at the rate we're going, we'll probably go to see some more Devoid Drift's attacks, which is good. I should get some really fun
I'm
ones.
not ready yet. I need a target.
Oh, no, thank. Forgot to click on the shiny. You click on the shiny. So get some gold, get some crafting gear, see what I got, get some other items. I bet we could probably chain pull this. I just think it generally goes a little bit faster when you're well geared enough to do it this way. If you don't really feel confident in your gear, definitely don't recommend pulling it right away. Generally, it can end in a bad time because. Are you saying like how do I go in the interface to choose them, or why did I choose this particular set that I'm using right now? Mia.
That skill's still charging.
Oh, I should probably pay attention to healing. Tank's taking a little bit of it.
That skill's still charging. I'm not ready yet.
Right, so if your tank's not really well geared, pulling all the mobs like that is generally not a good idea because they can easily take small bits of damage from everything. Oh, okay, yeah, I can talk a little bit about that after we get done with this mob set.
That skill's still charging. I'm not ready yet. No target. I'm not ready yet.
Well, so before we start the boss, I'm going to talk a little bit about Mia's question, which is a really good question. We have a good amount of skills. Okay, alright. Warrior's just going to wait over there for a second. We have a lot of skills you can choose from, and it's hard to select which ones you want because we also have a limited number of slots. The way I generally go about it is I look at the path that I'm choosing. So your path is always going to have a path skill, and it's going to have some other skills that are enhanced by your path. So for example, this one has Mystic Galaxy's healing effect is increased by 15%. So if I don't want to use Mystic Galaxy, I don't need to level it up. But since I have leveled it up, it might be something I want to consider using for healing. And then the same thing with Purifying Blast. Like I might want to consider leveling that up for healing as well. I think that's it. And then Aurora. So I'm looking here. Mystic Galaxy, Aurora, and Purifying Blast are probably three that I want to have as a healer. And then I repeat the process if I have another spec. So for like Magellana's Judgment, I've got increases Dreadfall's damage by 50%. So I might want to use Dreadfall instead of my rotation. Mystic Galaxy and Purifying Blast are also considerations because their damage is increased for this DPS path. Suppression is a path skill, so this one just buffs that. And then these two, Mystic Galaxy and Dread Blast, have a chance of resetting the cooldown on it. So maybe if I'm playing a Magellana's, Mystic Galaxy does look a good thing because I can double dip here, right? I get a chance to reset my suppression cooldown, and I get an increased damage from that. So going through some of this, after I picked out what kind of skills I might want to use, I could then go to my rune upgrades and say, okay, well, which skills am I using the most that I think is going to be really helpful? So for example, I I'm a healer spec, shepherd spec, and I've put points into my path back over here on Aurora increasing HP by 1.5% every second, or restores 1.5% health. So in my rune upgrade, I have stuff that decreases the cooldown of Aurora and increases the shield effect. So by putting this in here, my Aurora skill then becomes more powerful than other skills. And that's why I have one of them selected in my skills over here. I had Dreadfall up earlier because I was helping do damage to clear out some of the little mobs before we get to the boss. So right now, since I want to be more healer-like, I'm probably going to take Mystic Galaxy because I do have points in that help me heal better. Alright? There are a lot of people who have written guides on their paths, on specific paths and specific skills. So feel free to read those and then combine that with some of the things that you're reading and then try to figure out what fits your playstyle the most and what you like. Alright, the Voyager. Pew pew time. Alright, now I'm gonna run away. Because, yeah. Crushing blows. I don't know if you guys saw that. So live together, you have to close the connection. They're gonna run together and then that's closed, right? They say the connection has almost been closed. You want to do that. But crushing blows, sorry, before I got distracted by her attack, is an attack that is pretty unique to bosses. Most gladiators have a resistance to crushing blows. Most other people don't. So when you get crushed, you take a lot of extra damage that really, really hurts. So let the gladiators and the warriors be in the front to take those hits. So Shadow Hurricane moved into the Eye of Storm. She's telling us to do that. So yeah, so she actually has two attacks. She has a live together and like die separately, die at heart or something. So you get a green line and a red line. So you want to run together each other with green and run away from each other when you get the red. Die together. So right now, I gotta run away. We're gonna have an update soon, trademarked in the future / when it's ready / soon. I know. We are going to have an update. I just don't have a time yet. But when we do, we'll let you know probably sometime this month, before the month's out. Alright, so once you complete a quest, you'll see that I've gotten this. What these do is they give you courage medals, which you can then go and get gear in the equipment chamber. This stuff is actually really good. You can save up to get these 90 courage medal parts, but these are all like Dungeon 2 sets that are actually probably some of the best sets that people would like to use. They drop from the team raids, so if you're already raiding and you're getting 1 or 2 pieces, but you're just short 1 more piece to get your final set bonus, that's a good place to shore up your sets. Or if you're just starting out and you really need to just get over that hump to start doing some heroics at a more consistent rate, you can always come over here and get whatever, look for some of these other stuff. 36 isn't that bad to get. Even some of the D0 stuff, like I covered earlier before, it's not bad. So for example, as a Mystic, you probably don't need the Northland skin, but as a tank, having an extra 5% dodge and evade will make a whole lot of a difference when you're just starting to tank some of the earlier endgame content. So that's about all the stuff that you need to do in adventuring for day-to-day stuff. So you see I did some more activities. Now I have enough to claim my silver. And as you do them, you're going to get some more free stuff along the way. So you get free stuff just for doing stuff while you're questing, because we like rewarding you for playing the game. One last thing before we sign off is I want to talk about the legendary items. So in this game, you're going to hear a lot of people talk about legendary items. When you get one, either through crafting or through raiding, you won't be able to use it. You need to identify it. And it'll say over here, legendary something. So this is a cape. We're going to identify it. Great thing about this is when you click identify, it's going to immediately take you to tell you what materials you need. Some of this materials, like I said, is purchasable with gold. That's why gold is so important. This is like that, what, 9,000? So I need 5 of these, so that's 50,000 gold. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then you need these stones of magic that you could also get through either the item or the altruism medal. I'm going to touch on altruism medals real quick here. You get these by helping lower levels do trial quests, normal raids, story quests, and things like that. So if you're doing something like Ancestral Altar raid that we just did at level 45 and you want to earn some altruism medals, you can go ahead and run through that with some lower levels. Oh, this is a internal test server, so that gold amount is extremely fake. So you can either buy these with 100 altruism medal each. As you can see, it's expensive. I need 20 of them. Or I can go to the item mall and buy them, which is 20,000 gold. So that adds up, right? 20,000 gold, or you can go help some people, get some altruism medals, and, and you get that. So once you get all your stuff, you can go ahead and identify it. You're going to need to go to the blacksmith. Gonna get my dragon on a magical dragon ride. Anyone get the magic carpet ride? So we're gonna make our way over here in progress, and then we can hope for a really good roll. Let's see, what did we get? What did we get? Where is it? Here it is. I am so happy right now. I am so happy. So, I rolled a legendary set on this for Shepherd, which is my path. So that makes me really happy. Unfortunately, this is on dev build. So what you can do after this is definitely you can equip it. And after you've equipped it, you can still do these other fun things. So there's refine, upgrade, and reforge. Embed is putting gems in it. Extract, probably something you don't want to do with something you keep. Same with dismantle, you don't want to do either of those. So refining basically just gives you new stats on it. You're going to need some golden cast iron. So, you know, this makes better. So I'll take it. And then you can refine some of these sets. Void Walk, not very useful for me. That's a Verity Spirit skill, so I don't really need it. We're just going to go ahead and swap it. Dread Blast, more DPS, not so much for me as a healer. So we're going to do this 3 times. As you can see, the Regelian stones that you get, this costs more. It costs 5 to improve. See, I like this, right? I get more HP, and my Arcane Shield, it's an Arcane Shield, which is much better for a healer, because shielding is definitely a good lifesaver. So I'm going to keep that one. And the set bonus, I think I'm going to keep this one. But you can also choose to, we're going to grab those real quick, choose to reroll if you want. No, I'm still going to keep it. But this is how you can modify your legendary in some ways to make it more suited to what you like. You can also do the same type of reforging that I did with legendaries with some of these other normal items. So let's see, HP defense, spell crit. So you can just go ahead and do a couple of these things. That's why these are important. I'll take spirit and crit for this one. Slow boost, I can live with that, but the spirit and crit are definitely really nice. Oh, actually, no. I forgot, I need spell crit. So we'll go and do this 3 more times. Maybe I won't get anything I like, right? I'm really actually looking for intelligence for my stats. So intellect, that's 14 intellect, some hit points. add some more survivability. Spell accuracy I can live with or without. It'll help if I actually am playing solo. So yeah, I'll probably keep this one over the other ones. And then you can see, like, even though my total assess went down, the stats that I got were better for me than before. Because I had some stats that weren't helping, but the system recognizes assess on a raw value instead of what's actually valuable to the character. I wanted to go back to the legendary item real quick. Since we did do a refine, we did do a reforge. Forgot to do the reforge on this one because I don't want that. This is going to be really hard to get because I have Mystic Galaxy that I don't really want to give up. 7 levels in Arcane Shield will probably be something that I would take. So now you can see it gives me pluses to my skills. So my Arcane Shield is at level 56 right now as opposed to the 45 before. 11 extra levels. That's actually really, really nice. Wish I had that. And the last thing you can do with your gear is straight up just upgrade it. I don't have a Frost Heart right now because you have to get it from heroic raids and team raids. When you get these, it just straight up increases the basic attribute stats on them. So these become more sought after because as you level up your legendary, it's going to cost more and more to level up to the next level. So hopefully by going through your daily quests, you'll be able to get enough stuff to start doing more higher level stuff. Oh, one last thing, guild quests. So you want to join a guild. Definitely want to join a guild. This is weekly activity. Whenever you do them, you're going to get this item called Majlana Crests. Every week you can do it. Majlana Crests are really important for leveling your path. At some point in your path, when you level up, you're going to need these things. Guild Quest will give it to you, or you can go to the chamber to buy some in the item mall. They're usually in the weekly specials. So it might end, it might come off, but you can either spend a lot of gold to get them, or a lot of silver to get them, because at higher levels they're going to cost more. Or you can make sure you do your weekly guild quests every week to get them, because you need to level up your path. So hopefully, by going through all your daily and your weekly stuff, you'll be able to work your character up to become more powerful, to do all the more endgame stuff. If you have any questions, feel free to send us messages on Facebook, Twitter, come to our forums, discuss with other players. We have a lot of knowledgeable people in the community who are more than happy to help you. Also, please let us know if there's anything you'd like to see in the next stream. So go ahead and leave us comments. Thank you so much for watching us. You guys have a good one. Have a great weekend.